On Wednesday night, July 27th, southeastern Kentucky tucked their babies into bed and kissed them goodnight, without realizing what the night would bring. The forecast called for rain, but a summer storm in Kentucky is as common as sugar and sweet tea, so there was no reason for alarm. We have a saying around here: when you're making plans with another southeastern Kentuckian, you might say, "Good Lord willing and the creeks don't rise," meaning as long as the good Lord doesn't intervene and I can cross the creek, I'll see you there. Well, last week we learned what happens when the creeks do rise. No one could have predicted that this storm would dump rain like buckets. The southeastern Kentucky region would have rainfall rates of over 4 inches an hour. Around here, we live in hollers, and most hollers have a creek companion. We're used to our creeks rising, but this time they overflowed. The water running into the road, over the bridges, and into yards, and then into homes, taking anything it could carry in its anger. No one could have anticipated that at 3 a.m. on July 28th, most of southeastern Kentucky would have waterfront property. The sunrise Thursday morning eliminated the destruction that occurred overnight. Facebook was flooded with posts from neighbors, family, and friends. Many had attempted to evacuate but couldn't. One post that shook me the most was a neighbor, a girl we've known for our entire life, asking people to pray for the Lord to spare them. People were stranded in their homes, in the hills, and on rooftops. There was no communications, no landlines, no electricity, no cell service, and no internet. All fell victim to the rising water. Anxiety was high all over the state as Kentuckians attempted to locate and check in on their unaccounted for family members. There have been over 600 helicopter rescues, as well as countless swiftwater rescues. The road to recovery will be long and bumpy, but the generosity, kindness, love, and neighbors caring for neighbors have been a reminder of what we all love about living in these mountains. In Whitesburg, at the North Fork of the Kentucky River, the water swelled to reach nearly 21 feet before gauge failure. The previous record was 14.7 in 1957. We soon learned this record breaking, history shaking flood had changed everything overnight. A week has passed now since the rain misbehaved and the creeks couldn't contain their water. It's been a challenging week. Most people are still without water, power, internet. Some are even without homes. The death count has reached 37, with many people still missing. Many families are stranded on their properties due to highway and roadway breaks. Then came the photos and stories. Family members who watched their homes fill with water and climbed onto counters and furniture to avoid it. Others who escaped but lost their vehicles to the roads that had become a river. People lost everything to the flood except the clothes on their backs. The families that were separated by the swift current, broken highways, and people stranded due to the lost infrastructure. Entire towns and communities were underwater. I believe come hell or high water, we'll rise from this stronger than ever, gleaming with mountain pride.